Good morning. It is January 7th, Monday. Kids are going back to school today. Are you excited, Eli?
No.
Oh, come on, man. You've had like 3 weeks off. Anyway, today we're talking about change. Embracing change, accepting change. Change is good. Change is good. We're going to roll some punches today. And let's go ahead and jump right into the vlog. Just dropped off the kid. Going to head back home. Probably clean up a little bit, get ready for the day. I don't go into work until noon, so I got a little bit of time to kind of get caught up on a few things, put together the vlog for today, and then get that all posted and probably call through. I got 2 more weddings to finish up, so we'll get those in order to get the first one done by the end of the weekend. I got Friday off, so I'm kind of counting on that to kind of close out the last little bit of that first wedding. And then the second wedding I haven't really started yet. I've gone through a few of the videos and some of the audio just to make sure that it was, it was on point. So we'll Object one is to get Joy's wedding done this week, and then we'll move on to Kate and Brian's wedding next week. So we'll get those taken care of, and then we'll head to the 9 to 5er. So one of the things that I've looked at over the past couple days, specific to these vlogs, is the audio quality. Now, the GoPro that I'm using doesn't have very good audio, and it's only one-way facing, so if I'm facing the camera, it's picking me up. That's great. But however, if I turn the camera around and I'm like walking down and showing you my point of view, you can't hear me very well. The audio levels aren't very good. So I've opted, rather than changing the camera, because I feel like this is a good solution for the way I want to shoot. The dash cam type of view and the personal vlog and things like that. I don't want to upgrade the camera quite yet to something more expensive, but I'm going to pull out one of my piece of equipment for my videography business. This is the Tascam DR10L. This is a digital recorder that's super small. It fits in your pocket. It's very inconspicuous. It records great audio. It has some really good audio settings. In fact, I'm going to be doing a review on this later on this week, so keep an eye out for that in addition to the vlog post later this week. But I'm going to use this digital recorder along with a lav mic to record better audio for you guys. So this is going to be my solution to creating a better experience for yourselves. Yes, it's going to create more work, and that's kind of one of the reasons that I shied away from doing it very early on in the vlog. Is I just wanted to shoot, record, and edit. I really didn't want to put too much emphasis on making it better. However, going back and listening to them, going back and watching them, it's clear that the audio needs a little bit of a boost. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try it out. So this is a change that's going to require me to do more work on my end, obviously, because this is going to be a separate recording versus what's being recorded on camera. So it's going to be a little bit more on the editing process, kind of lining it up and syncing it up and making sure that the levels are correct and so that it comes through clearly. But let's go ahead and get this switched on and see if you guys can tell the difference. All right, so this is the audio with the Tascam on the lapel mic pinned to my shirt. Obviously, like I said, this is going to create more work for me in the editing process, but the other thing that I just realized after putting it on is it's going to require more prep time for my shots. So it's going to be, obviously I can't wear a microphone while I'm at work for security purposes. So, you know, it's gonna limit when I can and can't use it. But I think when the time's appropriate, you know, like now or like when I'm talking to you guys face to face, and not doing something else with other people, this is a good solution to make sure you're getting the best audio so you can hear me clearly, and you know it's not, you know, onboard microphone from a GoPro. So we're actually we've got a couple videos rendering right now, and simultaneously we've got a couple videos uploading right now. So computer's kind of out of commission right now. We've got some chores done. We're actually going to take Bowser for a walk while I've got a few minutes left before I have to go into work. Generally I take him for a walk at night. It's just quieter. There's not any traffic. There's very little people out at the time. But I feel like given the topic of today, a little change might do some good. So let's take him for a walk. Let's go this way. So he's super excited to be outside. Like, we usually have a tie out for him, and he really likes running around the back or the front yard. But anytime we can get him out, go for a walk during the day, he just goes nuts. Like, he's very mellow when it comes to night walking, which is nice. But like the true like lab puppy comes out when he's walking during the day. So come on, Bowser. Come on. Go. Come on. I get you. I get you. I get you. Alright, so the video just uploaded to YouTube for yesterday's vlog. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section what you would change. Do you like the content? Is there anything that you'd like to see changed over time? Like I said, we've added the lapel mic to the arsenal of equipment that's equipment that we've been using for the vlogs. But I want to know from you guys, you know, what do you guys think? What are you looking for out of these vlogs and things like that? And this kind of leads into my next point about change, is gathering feedback from your clients and your customers, or even people that didn't do business with you. You know, finding out the reasons why they didn't do business, and you know, trying to adapt and, you know, make the appropriate change so maybe you can get that business next time, or with the next customer or next potential client that is in the same situation, whether it's financing, whether it's style, whether it's, you know, a certain type of equipment, or maybe, you know, maybe you just need to convince someone that they shouldn't go with their friend of the family and should go with a professional versus, you know, like, oh, well, we'll save a few bucks and we'll go this route. You know, what changes do you need to make in your sales pitch to earn their trust, to earn their business? So we've got a couple minutes to edit before we got to go to work. So we're going to jump in and start working on some more of the changes to Joy's wedding from back in October. So let us know in the comments below what you guys would change, and we'll see what we can do. Got the day-to-day tasks done this morning at the house. Headed towards work for my 9 to 5. It's the first day I'll be closing by myself since the merger between the two call centers. So it's gonna be pretty busy. Get off probably about 9:30, somewhere in there, come home, and then continue working on some edits. If the boys are still awake, which they probably won't be because it's a school night, we'll hang out with them for a little bit. But yep, edit. One of the other things that I need to work on, and I need to change even, is multitasking abilities. So like being able to edit a video, or be in the middle of editing a video series or a set of films, and still being able to advertise and market and take on new clients, follow up with old clients. That's one of my 2019, another change I really need to make, is being able to multitask and juggle those, you know, have like several different tasks up in the air at once and not dropping the ball, essentially. So I'm going to be working on that here. I've got, like I said, I still have these last 2 videos to edit. So in the meantime, trying to accrue and talk to potential clients and getting them to sign on, not waiting till I'm out of work, finished completing my work, to search for new work. So that's something that you definitely need to change, especially if we're going to be switching from the 40-hour work week from the 9 to 5 to full-time videographer. So just some changes, tweaks here and there that I need to make to be successful. So the other part of change that I wanted to kind of talk about is the opposite of change. When you're presented with some information, we talked a little bit about it earlier, from feedback wise, or from a client or whatever, some type of feedback, and typically it's criticism, mostly negative. Don't rush to a change to appease one person. There's a significant number of people that will hear one thing and then immediately change their whole game plan, right? When it's like, okay, is that one person an anomaly, or do they speak for a greater bunch of people? So when you get feedback, take it with a grain of salt. Find, do some research. How many people are saying this? How many people feel this way? And then kind of reevaluate and make change from there. When I say gather feedback and make a change, it's make sure that you are looking at the broader picture. How is this going to impact your bottom line? How is this going to impact your day-to-day, tasks? How is this going to impact, your overall business structure? Like, take a look at your business plan and say, what, if I make this change, my 5-year plan suddenly becomes a 7-year plan. Right, what I'm going to accomplish in 5 years is now going to take me 7 because of the change that this person is suggesting. Now, if the person that's suggesting it, if they speak with a larger group of people, and that's like a constant feedback, or even a couple, some feedback that you're getting from other clients or other potential clients, that's the consensus. Then yeah, you might want to, maybe you're a little overzealous with your 5-year plan, and maybe this is the change you need to make, or look to see if there's alternate ways to accommodate that person. You don't necessarily have to make a whole, overarching, swooping change to your business model. Maybe a tweak here or there can satisfy that customer and get them the result they're looking for, while you still following your business plan and your business model, with a slightly different tweak. Alright guys, excuse me. Alright, 9 to 5 is over, although as you can tell it's not 5 o'clock. Monday is my night shift, so I work, go in at like noon and scheduled till 9. However, today was kind of a late night. It's about 11:22. Quite a bit of work to get done to close out the day. We had one of our call center supervisors resign, and today was like the first Monday that he would have worked that he wasn't here. So it was me and a few other people for support staff. I know you can't really see me right now, but I apologize for that. I just now thought of what I was doing. There we go. So we can chat on the ride home. Just a little chit chat. So got a lot of work done while I was closing out the day. Reached out to one of my Facebook groups, looking to do some promotional video work, like commercial work. Really kind of like short promo videos. I also offered like behind the scenes and things like that. I'm really trying to break into that scene. I think I talked about it yesterday, the day before. And the overwhelming response was pretty good, pretty well received. Obviously, people like free stuff, so that's a given. So you gotta take the response with a grain of salt. But one thing that I'm really kind of excited, not only creating the content itself in the films, but the connections that the networking that this is going to provide. Just because something's free doesn't necessarily mean it's good. And some people should be really cautious about free stuff. I, on the other hand, obviously I've worked with wedding planners and things like that in the past. Haven't really done any work for them yet. Looking to get into that type of business and add that to my business model. If you go back and look at my business plan, that's actually my end of 2019, beginning of 2020 type of thing. So I'm kind of getting a little bit of a jump start on it. It's just kind of one of those things where, you always want to be thinking, like I talked about earlier today, you always want to be thinking about how to market yourself and how to kind of multitask. I'm completing these weddings. I got these last 2 weddings that I'm working on now. And I'm trying to, get some work, drum up some work for later on this year, and building that network now, rather than waiting till after I get these 2 weddings finished, then start that, and then waiting for that work to kind of come full circle, or the payoff rather. So you always want to be looking to the future and trying to multitask wherever possible. And that actually kind of leads me to my next point. My lunch break, I find myself not necessarily wasting time, but there's an hour there where I could be doing some editing. There's time where I could be doing some research, things like that, correspondence with potential clients. So I'm kind of curious. I traditionally have done all of my work, and I like working on a desktop PC like that. Like if I had to choose between a desktop and a laptop or a tablet or whatever, I would always choose the desktop, just for the sheer power and performance of it. But I'm wondering if there are any videographers or cinematographers out there that use a tablet or use a laptop or a Microsoft Surface or whatever. I'm kind of curious because I want to try and look at, not necessarily I do want to look at a budget-friendly one because I can't spend a ton of money on it, but being able to work those 5 extra hours a week, where I can put in some time on the computer while I'm at work on my videography business, I think would go a long way. And then also being able to take it with me on road trips and things like that. So when we go up to see my parents, we usually go up for the weekend, and I get no work done whatsoever. I have my phone, and that's about all I can do on there is reach out and communicate to potential clients and things like that. So what I'm looking for is if you guys have any suggestions. Obviously, I'm not looking to I don't think I would render anything on the tablet. That could all be done from my computer at home. So just some simple edits, and if you've seen my videos before, it's nothing too strenuous. I'm only rendering 1080p video at this point. If I get I think my business model in 2020 has me moving into 4K, but something to use for this year would be fantastic. The other thing I could use it for is potential client interactions and things like that. But for the most part, it would just be used for going through and editing video files and things of that nature. So let me know in the comments section below, or shoot me an email at graphicsaucemedia@gmail.com if you have any suggestions or recommendations, things that you've used before, things that you think can handle that type of workload. Again, nothing real expensive, kind of looking for that budget-friendly type of thing. I use a PC at home, keep that in mind. So, it'd have to be compatible with DaVinci Resolve. So as long as I could run that and integrate with my existing workload at home. So I don't know if that program is available for Apple, for iPad users and things like that. So just keep that all in mind when you're commenting and making suggestions. And no, I'm not switching over to Mac anytime soon. That was my college years when I was a little bit more experimental. I kid. So anyway, kind of flashback to yesterday, kind of celebrate the small victories. Janie, the bride that I had just delivered their video collection or the film collection to yesterday, reached out to me today, said they were more than excited. They were impressed with the quality of the work, exceeded their expectations, and it makes me feel good. And I know it's kind of sappy. It makes me feel good that they enjoyed it that much. She mentioned how we're going to be able to keep this for the rest of our lives, and anything I need or anything like that, don't hesitate to ask. And Janie's always done a really good job, but I really appreciate this. It goes a long way when a client recognizes you online. It goes a long way for me. Like when I see that, and I see it from time to time in like the discount wedding boards and things like that on Facebook. When someone's asking for a videographer, she'll chime in and she'll tag me or whatever, and that's it's great for two reasons. A, it pings my phone so that I know that someone's looking for it, and B, it just shows that I was the one. I did a great job working with her, and up until now, she hasn't seen anything from me from her wedding. Right, so like everything she was posting was just based on customer experience, right? So that's something that goes a long way with people, right? People care about how they're treated. People care about how you interact with them. They care about the experience, and I don't want to say, and sometimes they care about the experience more than the final product, but it's a good 50-50. So to get that response from her, it really does warm my heart. She shared the link that I sent her to her collection through MediaZilla onto Facebook, which linked back to me. The response that she was getting from her friends and family members on that thread were it really does warm my heart, makes me feel really good. So Janie, Garrett, I really appreciate your business. You guys have been awesome. Anything you want to do in the future, don't hesitate to ask. Really do appreciate your business. So fast forward to today. Gonna go home. I'm not gonna get any editing done. It's 11:30. I've got my 9 to 5 job actually at 9 to 5 tomorrow. So we're gonna go ahead and close out this vlog right here, right now, guys. I really appreciate you listening. If you got this far in the vlog, consider subscribing. You guys rock. If you like the video, leave a like. Do all the things that, whatever you feel inclined to do. If you're the sharing type on social media, if you're the like type, if you're the comment type, if you just want to watch, that's fine too. I'll take the view. If you want to critique my services, my vlog, whatever, just go ahead and leave it in the comments, or you could even send me a direct message on Facebook, or through YouTube if that's a thing. So I'm kind of rambling at this point. You can tell I'm exhausted. So that says stop ahead, so we're just going to go ahead and stop it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, and we will see you guys